Hello again, welcome to the Sewover50 edition of the 100 Plus Hearts project today. So I've got heart patches here from both Sandy, who lives in Queensland, Australia, as well as Judith, who lives in Edinburgh, Scotland. So one from Australia, one from the UK. And Sandy's arrived at my place yesterday. But here we are. So Sandy's beautiful. I love the heart hanging on the line. That is such a great concept. And you can see she's machine stitched them all down, and it's made in honor of her paternal grandmother, Millie, who passed away in 1967. So I'll read the story. So Millie, this square is to remember and honour my dear paternal grandmother, who is actually in a photo right in the centre. There's Millie herself. And her name was Sarah Maud Millie Critchell, but she was always known as Millie. In her late 50s, Grandma suffered a heart attack which reduced her independence. For the remaining 6 years of her life, until she passed away at 73, she would experience frightening angina attacks, particularly in the middle of the night. This would necessitate the administration of a drug that was contained in a glass capsule. My sister and I would alert our parents when we heard Grandma knocking on the wall. She was a dear soul, quick, witty, and very loved. I think it actually says quite witty and very loved. So that's from Sandy, and you can see Sandy and her twin sister sitting either side of their grandmother with their mother just behind. And the other one I'm going to share is from Judith. So Judith did this beautiful cross stitch, which I really love because my mother used to make some lovely cross stitches. I've always been quite jealous of that. So this one's very special. So this one is for Judith's mum, Pat Staley, who was 57 at the time, has spent a Sunday afternoon grubbing up the privet hedge in our front garden. Monday morning, she hurried to the office where she worked in our village. Almost late again, and she tried to fit in some chores before she set off. A short while after her arrival, she began to suffer severe pain in her chest. The men in her office didn't take her actions and words seriously, so she made the phone call herself and was whisked off to the local hospital 8 miles away. She had had a heart attack. She spent 6 days in hospital and quite a lot longer at home recovering without any procedure. She took statins for the rest of her life, lost some weight, and had no recurrence. She did suffer from angina, which meant walking uphill was painful, and always wore a scarf over her mouth in cold weather. She lived a good active life and died aged 90. She had some side effects from the medication in the last couple of years and a decline in the final few months. But 2012 was a good year, with a celebration of her 90th birthday, cheering on the Olympic flame as it passed through Sherwood Forest, watching and relishing the Olympic and Paralympic Games on TV, and a trip to London where she had been a wren during the war to see the Shard and have a trip on the Eye. And just a beautiful handwriting. So, and Judith's mum's name was Patricia. So you can see her name carefully cross-stitched down and the important dates. So when she was born, when she had the heart attack, and when she finally passed away aged 90. Beautiful work. Thank you.